Hey you guys, and welcome back to another episode from me, your sis Tam Kam. I am a little tired this morning. I just got off of work. A little tired this morning. But I just want to talk about something. I mean, as you can see in the title, I'm going to be talking about pretty much being an emergency room nurse during this pandemic situation right now, and just my thoughts, concerns about this whole situation that's going on right now. We're in my bed because the sis was about to go to sleep, but I was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and make a quick little video. Hopefully it is quick, but we shall see. Okay, so we already know about this whole pandemic that's going on. I'm not going to name the name of the pandemic just because I noticed that whenever you do reference the pandemic or virus, or reference the name with the number 19, your video actually just gets demonetized. And I don't have time for YouTube to demonetize my videos or then remove my channel, okay? Because I'm gonna be mad. But anyways, back onto the topic at hand, okay? So yeah, so I am an emergency room nurse. I've been a nurse for 4 years in the emergency department. Love it. You know, it has its pros and cons. You know, most days are pretty crazy. I mean, it's the emergency department, but you know, it has a special part in my heart that I love. I just love the craziness, the excitement sometimes, or whatever. And then you have your bad days because you just sometimes you can be very unappreciative, you know, any ED, especially because you know a lot of people just want their way sometimes, and sometimes it's just so busy that people feel like they are not put as a priority when that's not always the case situation. But this pandemic situation, so this virus has been going on. How has it been affecting me as an emergency room nurse? I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm tired. I am so exhausted. Being in an emergency room is already busy off top. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for 4 years. It's nothing new to me. But this pandemic situation is on a level that I don't even know what to put it on at this point. Like, I come to work and like it's just insane. The patient traffic that comes into the emergency department is unbelievable at this point. Just because, you know, everyone is scared about, you know, pretty much the unknown, trying to figure out if they have the virus or not, which is understandable. I mean, you know, you want to make sure that you're okay at the end of the day. You want to make sure that, you know, your family's okay. You want to make sure that you're okay to go back home to your family to prevent the spread of the virus. You know, it's all understandable. But it's getting to the point that I feel like worldwide, at least United States wide, it's getting a little on the dangerous side because we are getting very, very understaffed with the amount of patient traffic that comes in the emergency department. As well as, you know, and it's not just the emergency department, but, you know, just the fact I can only speak on the emergency department because, you know, that's the only place that I've worked in. But, you know, obviously other floors are also being, you know, overloaded with patients. You know, if they can handle the patient overload, they are being overloaded with patient. But as far as being an emergency room nurse, we are the front line of the hospital. You see us first, we deal with you first, and that's that. And that has been a lot lately. Like, like on a scale 1 to 10 of how busy it's been, I'm used to like a level 7. And right now it's like at a level 15, 20, and that's like, whew. So this whole virus situation, as we all know, this virus is supposed to be a respiratory illness right now. I mean, that's what it is, plain and simple. It's a respiratory illness. And originally they said that this virus was considered airborne, droplet, as well as contact precautions, okay? So if you do not know what that means, pretty much contact precautions mean that The virus can be spread through contact, which is like through touch. Okay, so if I touch you and you touch your face or mouth like that, you can just get the virus. Or if it's living on a surface, because I think it can live on a surface for like 3 days, which is why they always stress hand hygiene is very important. Hand sanitizer is fine, but if you can wash your hands 20 seconds is even better. Okay, so that is contact precaution. So therefore, we have to wear gloves for contact precaution because we do not want to touch anything, as well as gowns. Then we have the airborne precaution, which airborne is pretty much, let's say if someone coughs in the little particles, they float throughout the air, and it can float to like a certain amount of distance to something else. So pretty much, I don't know if you've seen the movie, what is the movie called? Outbreak, where the guy was coughing inside the movie theater, and then the airborne of that disease floated around to someone else that was sitting there laughing. Okay, so that's pretty much how airborne is. And then they have droplet, which is like, is that the flu? I can't remember, but droplet is pretty much like, let's say you cough and that particle is so heavy it's not able to float like an airborne disease, such as the current pandemic. But droplet precaution is pretty much that virus or germ is too heavy to float, so it just drops or whatever. So we have to pretty much just wear, any N95 mask, which helps prevent any type of airborne particles getting through. Okay, goggles, shields for droplets as well as airborne. Contact precaution, wear the gowns, the gloves, if you need to, shoe covers, and like a little, I guess like a hairnet. Okay, pretty much you're looking like a spaceman at this point. So I know I just said a lot, but anyways, so it's getting a little scarce because we are starting to lose a lot, or I should say run out of a lot of protective gear to protect us from the virus, which is called PPE, personal protective equipment. We are running out of a lot of equipment, and it's getting a little scarce because of the fact that we are supposed to be the frontline providers, whether you're a nurse, tech, whomever, frontline staff to care for the sick, but yet we can't even protect ourselves to get sick. So it's getting to the point to where I'm starting to see nurses and just providers in general that are in the front line getting sick because we do not have the proper protection to protect ourselves during the situation. And it's getting it's getting unsafe, and I just feel like they need to come up with some type of way to have more protection for us nurses. It's getting to the point that I'm starting to see like articles saying that they're trying to pretty much just remove the protective gear from nurses because they need it more for the patient, and pretty much just putting us more at risk. And I'm just like, how do you put your nursing staff more at risk and saying that we do not need any type of PPE in order to care for someone that possibly have any type of infection or virus that's going on? I just feel like sometimes nurses are just thrown underneath the bus and not really cared for sometimes, and I don't really appreciate that, especially with this situation. It's like a big eye opener to like things that really need to be improved in healthcare as far as with the government. This is definitely not a hospital situation at all. This is like, this goes way above hospital situation. This is big and beyond that. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen like the meme of where like pretty much how Italy dresses up like to protect their staff with this virus, and how China dresses up to protect their staff with the virus. Like pretty much everyone is in space suits pretty much. And then you have the United States that protect their nurses with just a little small paper mask or whatever that does not protect with airborne diseases such as this current pandemic. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just insane to see how they treat healthcare staff. Like, I mean, and it's crazy for something crazy to happen like this, for it to be this big, and then you see how they really care about you in this system, and it's really sad. It is really, really sad. Like, my G, like the government, you need to do like a little bit better, sis. I mean, like, cause this ain't right. This ain't right. At the end of the day, I'm gonna still come to work. You know, I love my profession. You know, I'm gonna be tired. It is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. We all have to stick together. Tech, labs, doctors, you know, phlebotomists, registration, security, nurses, everyone have to come together and do their part in order to assist with this pandemic situation. And that's all we can pretty much do. But I just feel like that it needs to really be really needs to be taken care of in a better standpoint as far as staff, as far as equipment, which is very important. You know, if there's not enough staff, you know, it is what it is. I mean, you can't control who comes to work, who wants to become a nurse, who wants to become whatever, and who wants to apply to the hospital. You can't control that. But a thing that you can control is how much PPE you have for your staff, and if it runs out, you have it available for your staff and for your hospitals nationwide. Don't know what the government is doing, but I'm just saying, if all your nurses starting to become, you know, patients because of this whole virus going around, I mean, who's going to take care of the rest of everyone else? Okay, I'm just trying to figure it out. But that is pretty much what's going on right now as an emergency room nurse and as a nurse in general. It's really insane out here. Like, it really is. And I just appreciate everyone, you know, pretty much just saying, you know, thank you, how they appreciate us. And I appreciate y'all for appreciating us because, you know, sometimes we're in the emergency department, get cursed out if you don't give a person Dilaudid and, you know, you give them ibuprofen, you know. So it's just so nice to see that people are, you know, appreciate us during the situation, because I never felt so appreciated before in my life as a nurse, you know. But right now it really shows that, you know, a lot of people do care. So yeah, it's just getting insane. It really is. Another part about the whole PPE is that, like, I follow a whole lot of Facebook groups, and, you know, I still talk to like a lot of my old staff members in other states and stuff like that that I travel to, and they're saying that, like, it's getting to the point to where, like, pretty much like an N95 mask. I'm not sure what the true protocol of the mask is, okay? But pretty much you're saying, like, now you're really supposed to use an N95 mask one time per patient, okay? One per patient. That's pretty much it, because you don't know what's in the room with that patient, coming on the mask and stuff like that. And it's getting to the point that we're running out of so much PPE that people are saying on the Facebook groups that they have to reuse their masks, okay, for the, you know, for a whole week. So as long as it doesn't get wet or soiled, it is fine to use. So you can hop from room to room with the same mask on for the next 7 days, and it's supposed to be fine because they don't have enough masks to supply you each and every single day, which is insane, okay? And it's getting to the point to where they have hospitals out here that are running out of N95 masks, you know, that's supposed to protect you from this virus because it is airborne. And they're saying to just use a regular face mask, like, you know, just a regular little paper thin mask, and just supposed to protect you. But that doesn't do nothing. That doesn't do nothing. And I'm just like, wow, y'all, running out of gowns, running out of masks. I'm just like, so once the little paper masks go, then what? Are we gonna just be like, then it's just a free for all? I mean, just like, I don't know. It's just really, really amazing to see the healthcare in this country, how it flows when there is a pandemic compared to other countries, how they handle their staff. It's saddening. It is. But I'm gonna still go to work because this is what I signed up for. And that's fine. I'm gonna be tired. But you know, once this is all over, us sister's taking a 2-week break and resting these feet. Okay, but for right now, I'm gonna go to work. But Lord, y'all pray for me, okay? Because the sis ain't trying to get no doggone virus or whatever's going on right now, okay? I'm just trying to live my best life. So, but yeah. So y'all tell me y'all thoughts and concerns about the situation. Do you know any type of fellow nurses, techs, whomever who work in the healthcare system who is dealing with what I just talked about. And if you are a nurse yourself and you are dealing with this too in your facility, like let's just talk about it. What's your thoughts and opinion about the situation? Like, the government really needs to do better with protecting their healthcare workers. No lie off top. Okay. But so yeah, that's my whole spill, my debacle, my situation here, or whatever. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, I'm about to go to sleep because I got work tomorrow. Bye guys.